All right, we're all ready for the third to the last podcast of the year. Thank you guys so much for joining us today for another Anime Analytics. I'll be your host, Diggy Stock. Let's go down the list and introduce ourselves.
I'll be your very well organized colony of bees, Echo.
I'm tired. Name's Larry.
I'll be the sick and dying Silver today.
Honey.
I'm Sunny. I shine. That's about it.
Oh my god.
Very shiny. wrong with
Everyone's
being shiny?
so hyped today. I love it.
It's 4:30 a.m. You can only expect so much from me.
Everyone's dead. Larry's got like his last finals tomorrow. Echo was like middle of the night. Silver's sick, and Sunny's got a plane.
Yep.
What a perfect day, right? Anyways, let's just go ahead and talk about Chobits. So, first question as always, what did you guys expect before reading Chobits? I don't feel like I can answer this question because I read it when I was a really little kid and I didn't know what to expect. I just knew it was made by Clamp and I liked them. Echo?
I kind of expected it to be a bit more, for lack of a better word, sleazy than it was for as far as we read in it. I kind of expected it to be a lot more perverted, and I was kind of taken aback at how pure it actually seems to be.
Larry?
Before reading this, I don't know what to expect because I never read the manga, but I watched the anime. I didn't really like the anime that much, but it seemed to give me a different feeling reading it. And it was a lot better to what I remembered, that's for sure. It gave me a complete different feeling, I would say.
Silver?
What was the question again?
Oh, so you answered it, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I read this a long time ago. I've read it a couple times, like throughout, seeing it's been released or whatever. So reading it this time, I wasn't expecting anything different. But the first time I read it, like Echo said, I thought it was going to be more lewd. Because it, like, the way it was explained to me the first time I read it, it seemed like it was going to be lewd. But it wasn't at all. And that's a good thing.
Sunny?
First time that I saw anything having to do with Chobits was, I think that was the synopsis for the anime. Someone mentioned it and I looked it up on my anime list, and while they thought it would be more lewd, I thought it would be more, I made this point earlier in the week, it felt like it was a lot more philosophical than I expected in any way. And it also, for something that was supposed to be romance, there wasn't like that much romance. I don't know.
From what we read so far, there's actually not that much romance at all. But later on, it gets very romantic. I guess.
Yeah, you can kind of see where it's going to be going with, like, Hideki having to make choices regarding Chi and Yumi. Is it Yumi? The
girl, yeah.
The girl, yeah.
Are there actually going to be choices?
Yeah.
Be cool.
I feel like I can't spoil this anime because it's been out for like 20 years. So let me know if you guys don't want any spoilers to it.
I don't want spoilers
Okay.
because I wanna actually finish it.
Okay, next, that actually brings us to the next question. How do you guys feel after reading it? Once again, I can't answer it. I read it a really long time ago.
I love it. I kind of avoided it because of the preconception I had. but I have a huge soft spot for robots with emotions. And a tiny robot that just wants to be loved, like, hits me deep. Like, right in the heart parts. So, I adore it so far.
Just right in the soul, right in the soul, in your
Yeah.
heart, and in the bottom of your feet, just right in the soul.
Damn, Larry.
Hurts. I feel you.
Before you go, Larry, who wants to be designated chat reader for today?
I think I'm the most awake, so why don't I do it?
Sure. Okay, so right after Sunny, please read. Yeah. Yep. Okay, Larry, go ahead.
When was the end of chapter 18 again? Because I've read the whole book because I couldn't stop.
Chapter 18 is where she sees the other version of herself in the black dress.
Okay, so from 1 to 18, and the question was what I think, right? I'm like, spaced the fuck out. See?
Hmm?
Hello?
Sorry,
What was the question? Question!
Oh, how do you feel about the book, Larry? That's it.
I like it more than the anime. I watched the anime when I was a wee boy, and I was like,
A wee
this
boy.
man is weird. He's 20, but he looks like he's in his late 20s. Oh wait, he was like 19, right? He's 19, and he looks like he was in his late 20s, and he picked up a naked robot, and I was like, this is weird. And now I'm 23, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of cute. He's trying to be innocent, and it's just a
I'd pick
robot.
up a naked robot.
I was gonna say, Larry, would you not pick up a naked robot that you saw in a trash
Yeah.
pile?
I'm 23, and
naked
I'm like,
robot.
I would pick up a naked robot if everyone had one. I want a robot. I don't want to dress it
Someone
up in
literally
cute
just tossed
outfit.
out a persocon.
Yeah, I was like, I want a robot, and then you start getting little problems, and you start seeing like the problems that people are getting with the persicons. Like, oh, you getting a little too close there, boy. You get too close. And he's like, well, it's a robot, but I like it. And you're like, oh no. And then you start seeing the feels, and then it hits you in the soul, in your heart, and in the bottom of your feet. I had the same thing like
You've
Echo.
already used that joke.
Yep. Joke
Silver?
recycling.
The joke cooldown hadn't procced yet.
Also, as a kid, I thought she was like, yeah, okay. But now that I'm older, I'm like, God, she needs to be protected at all costs.
At all costs.
At all costs, you need to chop off your souls.
G and 9S need to be put in the protection basket. Protected.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes, yes. And 2B has to be the security guard. But yes.
Actually,
Silver.
put 2B in the basket as well.
Okay. Yeah,
What
you're
was
right.
what
You're
was her
right.
name? A2?
A2,
security
yeah,
guard.
A2 can be
A2
the
can be
yeah.
part
She's
of the protection
disposable. She
squad.
isn't.
No.
No, who cares?
But back to Chobits. Yes.
Back to Chobits, yes.
Silver?
Like,
Chobits, yes.
even when I first read it, it like just I felt like because like computers when I first read it, like computers were still I was like Hideki because I wanted a computer and I didn't have one yet. So I was like, oh man, if computers were just robots and I could just find one, that would be great. And I was like, I thought about it, I was like, it wouldn't even matter what the robot looked like. It could look like the Terminator and just be a frame. I just want a cool robot computer that would hang out and be cool. And
Cool.
yeah, just like, yo, robot, search up some porn for me.
Oh god.
I wouldn't want to make my robot search of porn.
All right, so with Chi, I would like if Chi was my robot, I would feel real bad making Chi search up porn for me. But if like I had a robot that looked like the Terminator and it was just a frame, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, search up some porn.
Okay, Silver.
What?
Here are your browser's bookmarks.
I what?
I'm about to say, like, when I was a kid, I never understood why like Hideki was always like, "I'm gonna look up porn on my persocom." It was like, but it has no screen. What are you gonna do? I was like, what's the point? Anyway, yeah,
Well,
go ahead.
you gotta plug it in.
Persocom, look up the robot. It's look up the porn. Persocom's just like, it's pretty fucking lewd. Too bad you can't see it.
Just start
Describe it.
describing it.
Describe it to me.
It's those audible ones.
You plug it into a screen.
Yeah, no, I get that now.
Oh god, I'm dying.
If Silver
I'm
dies,
done.
somebody be ready to clip it, okay?
Yes,
want it.
please. I want if I die, I want my death immortalized in a clip on Twitch.
In a Chobits podcast.
It'll be immortalized when they build the bronze statue of me suplexing your corpse.
Nice. I'll make sure I put that in my will. When I die, ship my corpse to Echo, so he can suplex it.
Suplex the corpse.
Sunny?
After reading it, really, why did they put so much like in-your-face philosophy in a romance manga? Like, why?
Have you ever
They
read
go-
Plant before?
It is ridiculous. Yeah, but like you could be subtle about it. They're just so in your face. I feel like 18 chapters, like, you know, you said that it gets more romantic later on. It really doesn't scratch the surface of it. It's just him kind of like, oh, it's a robot. I like the physical form of this robot, but that's an ethical conundrum for our time.
It's not a
And-
conundrum. I'd bone a robot.
Well, it's a conundrum for some.
I love my
It's a
computer,
conundrum for cowards.
I
I
don't
guess
think
so.
you could. I don't think you could bone. Well, I don't think he could bone his robot because she just keep turning on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
Maybe that's
How do I turn on the robot? Oh, well, of course the switch is right there.
Read the
Well-
rest of the book. Read the rest of the book.
Yeah, you actually have to read the rest of the book for that. Because then it's
Oh,
like,
God.
oh,
There's just a lot
Oh,
of
is-
things that is
is-
like, why would
is-
they do that? It all gets answered and it's all very powerful later.
yeah. I think as a kid, I didn't understand that part. Like when I watched the anime, because the whole anime is the entire series. Actually, I think, right, Diggy, is the entire series. Yeah, I think
What?
the anime is actually the entire book, which is so I. You know,
Oh yeah, they
and-
did it really well.
yeah, and as a
anime
kid,
manga adaptation.
I didn't really understood that part, and then reading the manga, I'm like, oh, and it makes sense why. I thought it was just like, they're just perverted. They put it in her suave, but no, it was there's a good reason to it. I was like, oh, good, like really good.
Uh,
There's a reason to it.
It's a really
Mark
good reason.
says-
Yeah,
Like it,
yeah,
it's enticing
yeah.
in that way. Go ahead. Echo.
Enticing.
No, it really
I-
is.
I'm really curious as to how the placement of the Switch can be powerful. But anyway, Mark
I want
says
to
after
say-
reading 18 chapters, I was pretty surprised with it. I thought it was going to have more romance and lewdness, but it actually made me think at some parts. Like with a children's picture book, the philosophical parts surprised me, and now I want to know more about the other version of Chi. And also, literally, every time I read the word persocons in the manga, in my head I kept saying it as personacons in my mind. Don't know why.
You
And
And
probably,
the children's book was super straightforward with how it fit in with the protagonist.
you
Like it
probably
was
never
made
see it
exactly for
coming.
that. Oh god.
And then Ig said, "Don't fuck robots. Be nice to robots."
Yeah,
If the robot wants
where's
to.
that picture where you
Warning
say,
sign: Do not fist robot.
Don't fist.
yeah, do not fist robot girls? Yeah, don't.
I have 4 versions of that picture.
I have many more than 4.
One is 2B holding the sign, one is Android 18 holding the sign, one is Aegis from Persona 3 holding the sign, and one is Android 17 holding the sign.
I think I have Aegis and 2P.
Well,
Of course.
um, what was your guys' favorite character? Before we go into favorite scene or favorite part or deeper meanings of it, what's your favorite character? Who's your favorite character? I really like Hideki. I like him because he's such an honest protagonist. He like I don't mind there being harems in anime so long as the main character isn't all like, oh, why do all these girls like me? Instead of being like, you know, I don't know. I like the honesty that comes with Hideki, and I think he's a perfect portrayal of a modern man. You know, he's my favorite. Thanks for the confirmation, guys. You guys are great. Go ahead.
Perfect portrayal of a modern man 20 years ago.
20 years
Well,
ago.
not is it
17 years ago.
He's,
Do you know what? They
uh,
mentioned smartphones in this, and this came out in 2000, so like...
They predicted a
Is-
lot of things
well,
in this
got
book.
it.
Was that ahead of its time? Yeah, like, that's kind of impressive.
Like how in the last 10 years the reproduction rate in Japan has dropped because men are not wanting to produce as much, and now it's like in the book they talked about it 10 years prior before the things are actually starting to happen now.
I
Because
feel
of
like
robots
that
in the book.
I feel like that was a thing you could kind of see coming looking at statistics, though. It just
Mhm.
wasn't like a news story outside of Japan back then, probably. Maybe. I don't know. I'm making wild guesses here.
It's crazy though. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Okay. Go ahead.
Crazy.
I like Chi, and I also like the little rabbit that's in the picture book.
Oh.
Those both are my favorite characters. Chi, because need to protect. Rabbit, because ears.
Oh yeah, you like rabbits. Oh yeah, forgot about that.
A rabbit man.
He's got a
I'm.
bunny named Velvet.
That's cute. What was the question?
Who's your
Favorite character?
Oh. God, the teacher was hot, but Chi was overly adorable. So obviously, Chi. Yeah, just Chi's my favorite character. I mean, come on, why not?
Okay, Silver.
Hideki was a great character because of like what you said. Like he's not stupid. He's not wondering why girls are liking him or why like people like what's happening. He's not wondering why, but he's kind of flustered by it. So he's trying to stay pure. But I liked Yumi.
Relatable.
Yeah, I liked Yumi as a character, like probably my favorite character in the first 18 chapters. A lot more because what were they at? They were at like a McDonald's or something, and she was like,
It was probably a McDonald's.
whatever.
Copyright.
They were at a restaurant.
McDonald's.
They were at a restaurant, and she was like, "Oh, all persocon are so cute. It makes me jealous." And she looks over at Hideki and is like, "Do you think you're gonna like your persocon more than any other person?" And just like obviously like how like insecure with herself she is, and then Hideki's just like, "No, it's not like a real person." And then she like kind of cheers up a little bit. Like that cements her as like my favorite character in the first 18 chapters.
Sunny?
It's pretty much the same thing for me. Like, I normally, like robots and such, but there's not really enough personality in the character of Chi early on. I like the friend more. That will probably change if I ever read the rest.
Alright. Echo, will you read the chat?
Mark says, I think I'd have to go with Chi as my favourite character so far. She was really adorable and innocent. I got really worried that Landlord Lady had started taking her away. I don't want anything to happen to her. Also, her backstory seemed pretty interesting and I want to know more about that.
Good night, Egg.
Also, good night, Egg.
Good night, Egg.
Good night, Egg.
Good
Don't
night,
apologize,
Egg.
it's all good. I'm happy you stayed while you could. Good night, get a good sleep. That Casey on the head. Um,
Dream of Robot
I
Panties.
really like the landlord. Even after the whole series is done, like the whole way through, the landlord lady is great. She's very she's like the only guidance in the whole entire thing. Like even
She's
the
nurturing.
Yeah, she's very motherly, and even the little boy doesn't seem as wise as her. Which is pretty cool. I like the landlord lady a lot, but I like Hideki more. Any other things you guys want to add about the characters?
Everyone is a human, and I like the people.
Thanks,
'Cause-
Larry.
Thank you, Larry.
There. Okay. I really liked the characters because it was like, remember how I complained about that one time where I was like, these characters don't fucking feel real?
Mm-hmm.
What was that? What was the anime I complained about where I was like, these characters just don't feel like
Ero
actual...
Manga Sensei?
Yeah,
Possibly
no, wait,
Line
no.
Barrels.
Okay,
It
that one.
wasn't. It wasn't.
Line barrels. It was line
Gantz,
barrels.
because like people were all acting like dicks.
Oh,
It
Gantz.
was like
yeah.
barrel.
And
You did
Gantz.
say that,
Gantz and
Line
Line Barrel. Yeah, it was Gantz and Line Barrel. Because I was like, I don't think actual people really are like this, if the situation was to occur. But in this one, it was like, okay, I can see how living in a world with a bunch of fuckable robots, a guy and girl, would be like, yeah, you would have self-esteem issues if people would be, fucking robots. You know what I'm saying? But, and then,
We don't even have robots and I've already got self-esteem issues.
I know, like, listen to that, right? Like, hear that, guys? Like, that's why this manga it did a good job being real, and I liked it. All the characters were very real. I think it did a good job with the characters.
How'd you guys feel about that little kid and his collection of robots, and one of them was his sister, or
Oh,
modeled
God.
after his sister?
Life goals?
The rest of them were weird, but the one that he made after his sister, that was pretty cool. Just like, well,
Did it explain his thingy in the first 18 chapters? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Not really.
Okay.
No, they just talk about how Hideki asks why he prizes one of the persocons over the other, and he explains that it was modeled after his sister.
Okay.
That's about it, really.
she's also
Okay.
clearly superior.
Yeah.
Super. She is. She's
He
a
put a
super
lot more work into that one. than the
She's a
others.
super computer with the booty. Yeah. She's
Also,
got the gigabytes, if you know
what
what
a
I'm
rich
saying.
asshole to just waste 4 persocoms like it's nothing. To just completely toast them in like under a minute.
He didn't mean to toast
Yeah,
him.
he didn't mean
was
to
like,
do that.
I gotta check what this.
He didn't care though. He was
Yeah,
just
afterwards
like,
he was
"Eh,
like, whatever.
Because
Yeah,
it wasn't
buy
his
more.
good one.
what a
Yeah.
rich asshole." Yeah, because he can buy more. The only
Sounds
one
like-
that he worries about is the one that he can't use
Sounds
money
like
to
sounds
replace.
like my cousin who's got
Eat the rich.
who's got 2 computers that are worth 2,000 just because.
He wouldn't toast them though and not cry about it.
Yeah, he would cry about it and not.
You guys want to move on to your favorite scenes? Yeah. Yes. I know
Yeah.
it's an overwhelming
Yes.
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 I-
Everyone
I
was
gave
so
you-
I love
excited.
the participation. Oh, you guys are all
So
so excited.
excited.
Okay, calm down, everyone. Calm
I'm s-
down. We're gonna get to
I'm
it.
sorry, Diggy.
I gave you pictures of my favorite scene.
I'm dying, or else I would be more invested right now.
That's okay, Echo. Oh, my silver son of a bitch. Everyone's getting confused.
That was weird. That was weird.
It's
Well,
okay,
Echo, we are the
Echo
same
Dad.
person.
Hello.
Okay. What's your guys' favorite scene? Mine was when he discovered that he can turn her on just by pressing the button between her legs. I thought that was hilarious, even as a kid.
You
That was
can say
inappropriate,
puss
though, as a
suave.
No, Larry, we won't say that.
kid. Lacey's dying has to be Echo.
Echo's the only one who can die in this group.
Echo?
My favorite was when the teacher came over and she says good morning to her, even though it's nighttime. And he's like, "You were so close. You almost had it." I adored that.
Oh,
Like
it just popped up.
that I get like I gave you the screenshot. I took the screenshot specifically. And it reminded me of something from another show I've watched, and I can't place what it reminded me of.
It's probably another thing with the robot, probably.
Probably.
When the robot's learning and they're so close, but it's just too adorable to be mad at. Mine. Oh, my turn. Is it my turn?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, it's your turn.
I think I like the part where she start learning words, and then when he teaches her what she's supposed to say when someone comes home and everything, and it's like, now he's not alone. And she says, "Welcome back." I think there's an anime with a similar scene where someone cried at that. They're like living by themselves for so. Oh, I think it was Kobayashi Dragon Maid. She was like by herself, and then all of a sudden she's like, now she has a household full of people, and she's like, I'm not alone
Wow,
anymore.
spoilers, Larry. Spoilers, shit.
Wow, first episode that the basis of the
Oh,
story.
no,
Thanks,
that was what it
Larry.
reminded me of. That was what the scene reminded me of. It was when they're teaching Kana something in Dragon Maid,
Yeah.
and she fucks it up. But man, she's just a little dough ball with legs. So how could you get angry?
Yeah. Or
Thanks
or
to spoilers,
or
guys.
like or like when we did the erase one, and she was like, "Oh, I've always had a house by myself. I've always felt alone in my house."
that
And then
made
she
me
starts
cry.
crying at the meal, and it's like, "Oh, now you're with someone." I feel like Hideki, even though he was like cool being by himself, you know, they're actually being someone for him, which was Chi, because I'm pretty sure that's how he felt towards it. It was like, I now actually have someone that's there for me. You know, it's like, and it wasn't that impactful because he was just teaching her, but that scene just makes me think of other animes that like Erase that just make me tear up. Yeah.
Silver?
I liked when he gave her the second picture book after she met her other her. And then it's like, here's the I got you this, and she's like, yay, and like tackles him, and he realizes that she actually has like different facial expressions from when she's happy and sad and stuff, just like a real human. Yeah.
Sunny?
I like the point where she actually starts to just where she's not just emotionless, you know? Like I forgot exactly what she said, but I think it's directly after they come back from that guy from the custom persocon maker's house. And he's just like, it will learn on its own, even though they don't know what, you know, how the robot's working or whatever. They're just like, yeah, she'll learn on her own. And then like she slowly starts to actually have a personality more than just saying chi and looking at things. The very first time.
Mark
when she
says.
first starts learning. Yeah, that's good.
Mark says, I think my favorite scene was probably the part where Hideki brought her the underwear and she put it on her head. It was like, Pantsy. I think that was what she said. The scene was really funny and it shows Chi's innocence, which I love about her.
He is a real
Right
human.
there. It just showed up on the screen.
I believe that's all the questions. Didn't expect to burn through it that fast. What do you guys want out of this manga for those who haven't finished it?
I want Chi to be happy.
Yeah, me too.
He's a
That's
robot. He can't feel
literally
happiness.
Shut up, Diggy.
I want her to be programmed with happiness.
I want her to feel happy. I want her to feel the warm fuzzies that I feel
Robots
when I
don't
read
feel
this.
Echo. Ah.
Robots
Shut
should
up!
get good things coming.
Larry can't answer the question. He finished the book. Silver.
Yeah, I was.
I've read it all already too.
Oh damn, Sonny.
Hey, I already said it. I want Chi to be happy.
Any
We all want
questions you guys
happy
want answered?
endings.
We can
We
talk
all-
about the philosophical things, and
Oh
because
yeah.
I've made a
Please,
point. I've made a
please
point of how I
let's.
think it feels out of place and way too front.
We all wish Chi to be happy.
I don't think it feels that out of place. Like,
So the problem that I have with it is whenever I just don't like how in your face it is. There's nothing to really think about. The metaphor is rather direct, and that's the problem that I have.
well, the metaphor's like not a tride. It's like a concrete thing though. Like androids in any kind of humanoid robot is almost always like synonymous with slavery themes or lack of human rights themes and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the whole teaching a robot to love TV tropes page that's probably longer than anything we've ever read in our entire lives combined. So
mean,
it's not a new thing. Yeah, nothing it's doing is new. So I don't think there's any reason for it to try and be subtle.
I just feel like the picture book is just so like, I mean, the first time that I saw the first few panels of the picture book, I'm like, oh, this is a metaphor for them. Okay, I feel like it could have just waited a little bit longer maybe before being so open about it.
Yeah. I see. Well, I don't.
I know it seemed very
Yeah, I don't.
particular,
we
but
can't.
it's so strong to the story that it
It was on. The best way to put it. There's no metaphors. There is no metaphor. It's not a metaphor.
It just is.
It just is. It's not a
Mm.
metaphor.
I feel like the picture book is supposed to be Chi's way of understanding it as well, because Chi is so childlike and doesn't understand the world around her fully yet.
Mm.
She would think in a way that the picture book is presenting it.
Quick thing off topic. You know, a thing that like weirded me out.
What?
Was when she jumped on the pole on the tree and was like, "Someone's calling to me." And when Hideki's like, "Hey Chi, where you at, homegirl?" And she's like, I'm just chilling on top of this pole." And she jumps down from the balcony. He's like, "Welcome home, Hideki." And he's like, "Yeah, what up?" And he's like not even freaked out that she like jumped out of the window. And,
Hey,
like,
she can do whatever she wants.
It wasn't
guess-
even
Can't keep
worried
that robot
she was
down.
gonna, like,
He was-
body check him and kill him instantly
He
either.
wasn't even fucking worried. He was just like, "Yo, what up, Chi? You fine?"
She's a cute robot.
So, like, Chi is made of metal, yes?
Yeah, it
No.
was in the
It's
anime.
made of
I don't
like
know.
inner
I don't know what the
parts,
fuck.
like her inner parts are constructed out of metal. And
She's made with 10 grams of salt, something grams of sulfur, something grams of silicon.
This isn't Full Metal Alchemist.
Who knows the ingredients for a human Full Metal
There's
Alchemist?
salt,
I
there's salt.
I have it literally written on my wall.
Silicon.
She's so soft, like a
So,
real person.
because,
But I
like,
thought it would be so heavy.
because how the fuck did he carry her all the way home?
Because he bliffs.
Willpower.
Because she weighs the same as like a real person.
Actually,
He's a
no.
farmer boy, actually.
In
so
the
he's
end,
actually
it was
pretty strong.
it's fucking magic. In the anime, all I remember was she was extremely heavy when he was carrying her back, and then when he turned her on, she
She was
became
light.
as light. She became light as an actual girl.
It's the
Which is-
magic of adrenaline.
mean,
it's
you
a
want
magic.
every robot.
That could just
Yeah.
be like, have you ever tried to lift an unconscious person? It's fucking
Yeah.
impossible. It's like
Yep.
trying to pick up
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, and
Water.
then like
Shut up, Silver.
You can't just say that, Silver. That's so mean. You can't just do that to our good boy, to our fam.
Can't just fucking eviscerate me live on
Yeah.
stream like that, Silver. Come on.
Yeah, but I
War.
think essentially it's the same idea as holding a limp person versus holding someone who's actually awake. It's probably like that. But apparently she feels like a real little gal, and yeah,
It's a
she can
creepy
fly.
sentence. That is
Yeah,
such
it
a
was.
creepy sentence.
I didn't want to say anything, but
The difference between holding a
It's out
limp
there now.
person and a hard
The difference between holding a little girl,
God,
unconscious,
Larry, no.
unconscious,
I
Don't
don't
like
know.
that.
I've never
and
done
not
that
and
before.
not unconscious. No, you never did a giant
I-
swing on a little girl.
No.
Yeah, I bust a wrestling move on my niece once. Fuck that bitch.
Oh God. So
she chased and choke slam.
see when I first looked at like the first 2 pages, my first response was, "Oh, clamp," because like
oh
I
crap.
was internally like, "Prepare yourself for spaghetti limbs," and then Silver was like,
Spaghetti
"It's not
limbs.
that bad. It's not that bad." And then I saw this picture that I've just put in chat. It was,
Yeah,
look at her legs.
Yeah, that's the closest to
Her
spaghetti
legs.
limbs you're gonna get. But like this one isn't as bad as triple X holic. Luckily, we're not getting spaghetti
Oh,
legs.
yeah.
Yeah,
Triple
that's what I
X
was. That was exactly what was in my mind.
What we're getting is thick pasta. So you know,
What?
We're getting linguine up in this
we're
bitch.
getting,
Well,
we're
We're
getting,
getting rotini. Rotini.
There's one.
get
There's one
routinis.
picture where Chi is standing in that dress that shows her underwear,
That
and
was
like
really
her
creepy.
her legs are like 75% of the page.
Yeah, that's when you pull out the pasta.
A lot of things wrong with that panel.
Yeah,
Get the
but
pa-
even
the
though
pasta.
it was still 75% legs, it wasn't like, spaghetti legs. It was at least fettuccine legs.
You know, there's nothing wrong
That
with
bitch is going
75%
through a
legs,
black
though. You know what
hole.
I'm saying?
Echo, you saw that
Is
scene.
there-
You wanted to make it fettuccine Alfredo.
Shut up, Silver.
Don't say Alfredo sauce, please. No, don't do
He
that.
didn't say that though. You're the one who said it.
He said Alfredo.
What?
I thought I
War.
was about to make a good joke too. I
Silver,
was gonna
come
say
on.
that bitch is going through the black hole with her spaghettification.
Spaghettification. Did anyone
Thank
get
you,
that joke,
Echo.
by the way?
Catch that.
You didn't catch that? I caught it. I was just wondering if anyone else caught it. If anyone did not know was it not astrology? Their fucking science about space. When you get
Astronomy.
sucked into a black hole, the
Turn
image
it
of
a
you,
ball of spaghetti.
yeah, the image of you getting sucked into a black hole gets stretched. So it's called a spaghettification. That's what that it's literally called that when you get sucked into a black hole.
Yeah.
I'm trying
Someone
to
read
get sucked
chat.
into a black hole.
Fun fact, chat. Fun science facts.
Anyone,
Also, Diggy,
anyone want to hook me up with some
Please
suck?
just read chat.
The funnest of facts.
it's yeah, it's kind of
Run out
obvious.
of
But
cough drops.
Diggy loves space, so it's kind of obvious. So yeah, she knows her stuff.
It's just
Mark,
something stupid.
I haven't read chat in a while, so give me a second. Mark says, I feel like I want it to build off of what is shown so far. I can see a romance between Hideki and Chi coming, and just more backstory about Chobits. I want Chi and Hideki to be happy. I feel like the picture book could have been more subtle. I can see what Sunny means. The book is so exactly on point. I remember reading about that, but I forgot the last part.
Fettuccine.
It's because they're
okay.
dead. Wait, fettuccine is flat though. Fettuccine is flat, but you're looking at it straight on.
So it's
Like,
kind of
you're
thick,
not-
you know.
You're not
So-
looking at it
so
from the
it's-
side, where it's
Oh.
like the width of a piece of spaghetti. You're looking at it at the flat side, so it's like at least 4 strips of spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least 4 spaghettis.
so it's extra thick.
Yeah.
What's that?
That makes perfect sense.
No, it does. It does.
Okay, because I really suck at explaining things sometimes. I thought I had just rambled on about pasta for far too long.
Does anybody else think that Chi turns into the girl from Clockwork, whatever.
Oh
Clockwork
fuck that Clockwork Magic, whatever that.
I
the
can't
dude
remember
with
the name of it.
headphones.
It's just Clockwork.
I hate it too. It was
Clockwork?
terrible. I fucking
Wait,
The one
is
that
that
just
that
came out?
anime we were talking about that came out a few days ago where there's like a steampunky and everything was
Clockwork
a fucking
Planet?
clock?
It was
Clockwork
Clockwork
Planet.
Planet. That was it. And it was bad.
Well, now I gotta
It's-
look it up.
So
I'm gonna look it up.
Clockwork
Ah,
Planet is
this
like the
anime.
same as Chobits.
I wouldn't even
yeah.
say.
Yes.
I know. No.
Yes.
You know what I would
no.
say? There's something else that it's more similar to, and I'm struggling to remember it. But
I think I dropped this
it's-
anime.
it's an alien girl that crashes into the dude's house, and I can't remember the name of the
Well-
show, but it is basically Clockwork Planet just with aliens instead of robots.
Mm.
Well,
This
Clockwork
girl-
Planet and Chobits have the similarities because there's the dude who likes fixing things, and then, oh man, I wish I had things to fix. Finds girl that is Clockwork Girl. And he's like, oh man, I can totally turn the Clockwork Girl on, and it's
Literally turns her on.
yeah, and it's literally like the same story as Chobits.
Thanks for pointing out that one similarity, Silver. Good job.
Good
Well,
job.
until the Clockwork Girl starts like sprouting knives, it's pretty much the same story.
Until the Clockwork Girl has every emotion in 12 seconds and then starts sprouting knives and killing people
Yeah.
with very, 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 very bad
Echo's
CG
not wrong.
animation.
Echo's not wrong.
Yeah.
I'm never wrong.
I'm talking about the beginning part of her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And I
it's
was
kind of
gonna
like
say-
Shingeki no Attack on Titan and Gurren Lagann. Sorry, I had to find a way to fit into this episode. It's kind of like how they start off as the same anime, and then the first 5 minutes they
almost
change.
win. We almost win.
I was thinking about this whole time.
Fucking so
It
was
would've
I
happened
because
still.
I mean, Gurren Lagann had robots in it.
I
It's just inevitable.
almost said it earlier, and I stopped myself because I was like, no, I wouldn't be the one to ruin the streak. I'm already the one that resets the counter. I'm not going to cause it.
Last time no one was thinking about Gurren Lagann and I brought it up.
Yeah, there should have been no mention of Gurren Lagann. I was just
Yeah.
gonna say
Oh, yeah?
they were designed kind of the same.
that's
Who's a
the kind of gothic Lolita design for robot girls isn't an uncommon thing.
Yeah, what's up with robot girls and being gothic, man?
I
It's either
don't-
really gothic or like
I don't
nude.
know. It's either really gothic,
Gothic
or
or nude.
It's gothic or skin tight bodysuits. There's no in between.
Yeah, like nude type.
Like
is what I meant,
you've
yeah.
either got like Chi in like frilly dresses, or you've
Or
got
I
Mia
guess.
from Dimension W,
Yeah, or Aegis.
or Aegis. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Where
then, look at
there's
Nier.
exposed
She's a
joints.
robot in a total maid's outfit.
That is totally a maid's outfit
It's
as
totally a
well.
maid's
Even
outfit.
Yeah, it is.
even 9S is like it's like a butler outfit but with shorts.
Yeah,
How
it
would
is.
if you were going to draw robots that have human forms in a manga that you were creating,
How would I
you
dress them?
How would you dress them?
Full
Cosmos.
suit of armor, full suit of Elite Knight armor from Dark Souls 3.
Damn right.
Cosmos, but she has tits.
I wouldn't give them human skin. They would just be robot. You know, complete
Cosmos.
mechanical.
Well, but how would you dress the robot, Diggy?
Ooh, no, not dress them, not dress them at all. Naked,
Well,
like
guess
like
what?
an ex machina kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Hey, fun fact, guys.
So Terminators. So
Yeah.
Terminators.
Fun fact, guys. Robots doesn't have genders. Woo!
Okay,
Like everyone
so
to know that.
I would dress them in like joggy bottoms or like sweatpants and like a tank top.
And a tank top.
You know, like casual, but so like when the time comes and they have to use their like robot abilities, like they're not gonna destroy their very expensive Gothic Lolita dress. But
Okay.
if I have to take them out in public, they're not gonna look weird in a skin tight battle suit.
All right. Now,
Yeah,
if
got
you
a
were
good
to
point.
if you were to let them choose their own clothing,
Then they can dress however the fuck they want. That's
How
not
do
none of my
Yasha
business.
cosplay.
Yeah, shit, God.
Well, I was
I
gonna
wanted
say
something
so.
like that. Okay.
So you're writing. You're drawing a manga. You say how you would do that, but then if you were to draw them choosing their own clothes, how do you think your robot would dress? Left to its own devices, how do you think your robot would dress?
Probably just like me, because I'm their only form of reference, and I made them so they admire me.
You sound like
Same. So probably like a very small biker.
I think I would make him dress up like, dress her up because I would call it a her.
Oh, Larry,
'cause
you just
my
said
bike's a
that
her.
robots don't have genders.
Yeah, you did.
Then why the fuck is my
Fucking-
scooter a girl? Hey, shut the fuck
It's not
up.
a robot, it's a car. It's a vehicle.
My Vespa is
This is a
Fubuki.
motor vehicle, Larry.
This is important.
Important.
Mine would be in fucking in the Edo period outfit, walking around with the kimono. Yeah.
You're such a
Okay,
fucking
Oh,
weeaboo.
dressed like a
Why-
monk,
that's
how
that'd
you
be
would- that's
sick.
My mind went fucking samurai armor.
That's how you would. That's
That's
how
how
you would dress it. How do you think your robot would dress itself?
Oh, dress itself. Oh, probably in a fucking. You know those the weeaboo wear when you go to conventions, the headbands, and you kind of wear that little what's that thing you wear at festivals, at like summer festivals.
The gambate thing.
Yeah, like that. A really like moe t-shirt and just like comfortable pants and sandals all day, every day.
Larry asked me a question the other day, and I
I'm
want to pose
fucking
that
lazy.
question to all of you. If you guys had a persocom, would you fuck it?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's
At
not
least,
lie. Let's
at
not lie
least,
here.
At least once.
Please once.
Does it
Okay, wait.
does it have
Well,
a does it have working
Does it want
parts?
to be fucked?
I mean, I'm not sure if they ever said in the manga, but in
Okay,
the show,
alright.
they said that you can buy them with those kind of attachments specifically for sex.
Attachments.
Yeah, like you can like
Attachment.
interchange them.
Yes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you have a Persica, like, does it have the parts to do it? B, does it want to? Because if it's a learning
yes.
one,
B, it's a robot.
You can
It doesn't-
program it to
it's
want
it's not
to.
chi. This is the difference. We're not talking about chi because chi is a very custom made with a self-learning program. We're talking about mass-produced persicons here. All right, not chi.
And
Get
that
chi out of
case,
your mind.
though, in
Chi
that
would
case,
never.
though,
You would never have a chi in your life. I'm sorry.
I mean, unless that's your type,
fucking
in which
thanks,
case you
thanks
just
for
make it like that.
dashing my dreams, Larry. Christ.
Wow.
I was like, you don't know how far AI is going to advance, Larry.
We ain't gonna-
One sec. Mark says, I think I would dress them casually with my fashion taste, but if they're meant for fighting, I guess I'd give them a lot of armor.
Permanent clothes of metal.
I mean, their skin's made of metal, so I'd be like, just dress up like 2B, and then I believe you're strong. No one will fuck with you at that point.
Full
You just
knight's
punch
outfit.
people.
Wait. Who says their skin is made out of metal?
I don't fucking know.
No,
They're
but
robots,
clothes
man.
is metal.
Okay.
Well, no, Larry just said the skin is made out of metal, but if their skin feels like real skin and is soft,
Well, the thing is, they never obviously
can be
clarified
soft.
it. They don't clarify that shit.
Yeah,
I
Mercury.
feel like Chi is a special robot that was designed to be like a closely to a real.
We're not
special
talking about chi,
robot
we're
that
talking
might
And
about
then-
persocons.
And the thing is, I think persicons are just kind of
Well-
robotic. That's what I feel. They're just. That's
you
what
can
I'm
program
feeling.
them.
no, even the normal ones have
Is
fleshy
that, what-
flesh. Yeah,
Fleshy.
flesh.
is that what they said somewhere?
Yeah, no, that's exactly
Yeah.
what they describe in the.
they're
Oh,
they're
they did?
basically real people,
Indistinguishable from humans in a lot of
except
cases.
for their ears.
Okay, they're wires. Okay, all right, cool. All right, I feel it. All right.
All right.
The
So
best
yes, on
standing.
the fucking the robot thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay. Only if I.
Sunny,
Probably not.
it's unanimous.
I guess.
Yes. But
It's unanimous. Everyone would have sex with a robot. I mean,
Fair
I
enough.
already know people who have sex with robots.
now
You can go to
here's
websites for that.
Alright, now here's
Okay.
the real question.
What?
Okay. We all
Oh,
said
wait.
yes. to
Silver,
that
please don't
question.
kink shame me live on stream.
But would you get...
War.
Wha-
Stop!
you can't do that to Echo.
I'm dying.
Now the real question is, would you get a persocon? And if you would you get an opposite looking gender? Because robots don't have genders.
Yes.
Okay,
Or,
so
one
I
of
would
them.
get a persocom that looks exactly like me, right? Not for fucking, but
To
just
send to work.
so we can fuck it. Yeah, well, one, to send to work, but two, so that when some motherfucker squares up, we can do that shit that Android 17 and 18 does, where they like stand at either side and punch fuck out of them and then kick them up in the sky. That move's called Axel Dance for the Dragon Ball fans in the back.
Yep.
I would probably
It's a
get
good
a
move.
I'd probably get a laptop one. The handheld
The laptop ones make me feel weird.
Why?
The laptop
It's like-
ones make me feel like they're even more for sex.
Oh.
So Larry, you'd get the portable,
Yeah, I get the palm
pocket-
size, the
the
pocket,
pocket
size one.
persocon.
Because it would make me feel like
Don't say it like that, Silver.
you know,
Oh,
in
like
like
Sumomo.
yes, yeah,
Oh my
like
god,
yeah,
I would
Samoa.
love that.
Like you know, in Tales of the Abyss, how you get a Mew to travel with you, it would make me feel like a protagonist. I would be like, yeah, I have a little partner here
I
always
totally
with me.
forgot
That's
Sumomo was a
that's
part
so
of this.
fucking neat. Cause it's like
What?
it's normal. It's like holding around your phone, but now your phone's alive. You'd be like, hey yo, bitch, play me that funky music. It's like and then you know.
So
I
know
would
how-
sacrifice sex
know
with my
how-
robot if I could have a Sumomo because that's
see,
amazing.
see,
Diggy,
He's
you
on the
wouldn't
same
have to.
page with me.
Oh,
You wouldn't have to
God.
sacrifice sex with the robot.
No,
Silver,
I'm not.
stop.
No, okay,
Let's
this
not.
isn't no DeviantArt page.
you get to choose a giant persocon that you can have sex with, or a little partner. Like that's you know my
Like a
You
laptop
can have
is
partner.
sex with.
Like a fairy, like Tinkerbell.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a
you-
fairy.
But you don't have to
Get the
sacrifice
smartphone one and make it look like Navi.
You
Yeah.
don't.
Yes, little glowing ball. He's bumping into shit and doesn't know how to lock on. Yes.
Yes, bitch.
Oh, that's a throwback joke to a
Majora's Mask.
Diggy stream.
Yeah, always telling you to
One
watch
for-
out.
Go to
For
my
those in the
YouTube
back.
and subscribe
The Zelda
today.
fans in
Wink.
the back.
Get a little dab there, dab it.
Mark says, I would get a persocon of the opposite sex. It'd be cool to have a female companion who's really smart.
Peter, it's always
yeah.
gonna
I'd
smart.
probably shut out PersonaCon when I want it to do something.
That's what I'm talking about.
Tells you the weather, but you have to scream it out. Persona.
Lins, am I saying that right? Lins, licks.
Can
Persona
I
Con
have
would be
a-
like, it's fucking cold.
It should just
Can
be
I
a
have
Gundam.
persocon like project the Persona 4 heads-up display just onto my vision permanently,
Yeah.
just so that I always at least know the weather?
Isn't that just the Google glasses at this point?
Yeah, pretty much. I used to have it on
Yeah, but
my
you can't
phone.
have
Except you
sex with
can't
Google
fuck
glasses.
it, Larry. Yeah.
I just get the VR
Thank you,
then.
Diggy.
You're not trying hard enough, Silver.
Well, he's got you there, Silver. You better square
Hold
up.
on,
man.
let me take
Square
off my
up.
glasses. Let me take
You
off my
better-
glasses and try real quick.
You better
Please.
triangle up, dude.
Don't do
better-
that.
You better
Y'all
triangle
ever-
up.
Y'all ever heard of sounding?
Triangle.
Oh God, I wish I. Do you ever say something and then regret
Wow,
it?
Echo! I wasn't even gonna go that far. Like, oh, you did it this time.
You ever,
It's on
you ever
you.
Yeah.
regret
Man,
saying
I'm really gonna need
something,
some
like, as soon as
water.
you say it?
Water.
God, please,
I'm
Stop.
gonna need some
I need
water.
some water.
taste the fuck all.
So the
Fucking
thing that
long
I've
circle
learned, when Sunbot develops enough and goes into a physical body, none of you can get near her ever.
Well, that's because
Ever.
you'll be fucking her.
Will she be Sun-chan?
Something tell me,
Well,
like, Sun
can
probably
she
have,
fight?
like, glowing rays in her palms. Like, she just lift them up and, like...
She's gonna be like,
intense light would come out of it.
yeah, when we try to get closer, she'd be like, ship don't go. And then when
Ship
Sunny gets
don't
close, she'd be like, ship.
Ship
And
don't
then when
go,
Sunny
just-
gets close, ship goes.
Ship don't go, and then just blast you with a laser.
Yeah. And then what's it called? And then some days when Sunny just gets into a fight with his robot, ship engines flooded.
Change the subject.
That's a really inside joke, Larry. People will get that.
Change the subject. Tokyo's here.
Tokyo's here.
No more sex with robots.
All right. Well,
Then don't talk about
we
sex with
are-
robots, Silver.
We are
We're not
reaching the end of
talking
our
about sex with
podcast. I want to
robots.
know what you guys think of this manga and if you would recommend it to somebody. So, so far from what you've read, I've watched the entire anime and read the manga, so I would recommend it for all of it's you, Echo, and Sunny, who haven't finished it yet. Read all of it. It's really good. Everything makes sense later, and it holds up over time, which is nice because a lot of older manga and anime doesn't. But Clamp, they do good work. Unless it's
the
Tsubasa,
spaghetti.
in which case they'll highly disappoint you.
Even
I
if
like
you told me
Tsubasa.
to
I
not
like
read
Tsubasa
it, I would
Chronicles.
have still read it all.
Yes. You like
I am
Tsubasa?
that invested
I like
in
Tsubasa
robots.
Chronicles. Yeah.
I didn't
I
like the
didn't.
ending. I loved everything right until the end. But
Yeah.
that's another Manga Monthly anime on paper. What if you could read anime?
Different. Oh god. Is it just
Good?
me, or is the title getting longer?
Wait, you
No,
can
that's
read
the entire
anime?
title.
Wait a
You
minute,
can read
that's-
anime.
you
This
can
is
read anime?
I only read anime.
I can't read.
I give it a good 8 out of 10 for manga.
I give it 12 out of 10. Love robots. I'd probably protect a toaster, let's be honest. In fact, I already protect Aegis, so yeah, I would protect a toaster.
I guess.
Larry?
I would give this. I think you know what? An 8. I've seen the whole thing. I've read the whole thing. I've seen and read. I didn't appreciate it as a kid, but I don't think it's because I understood it. But now reading it again, the anime did a really good job. So it now I understand it. It's really good, and I feel like it's one of those mangas that once you read it, you go, Chobits, yeah, I remember this, and essentially you'll remember the entire story. And if you can remember the entire story, it's good. And I do recommend this. I give it 8 robots out of 10 pennies.
8 chose out of bits.
8 hobbits with a C at the start.
Chobits.
Diggy, did you notice the file name?
I did.
I thought I wrote back then, and I was really happy with it. And I was like, someone has to see this.
Silver?
I would totally recommend this. It's a literary classic.
I wouldn't go that far.
It's a literary classic.
It's a literary
That's the
classic.
that's the
I would
quote on the
agree
back
to
of the
that.
book.
I
It's a
think
literary classic, Silver.
I've read the whole thing. I watched the whole anime. I would suggest both the manga and the anime.
Both.
Both.
yeah, because the
both.
voice just makes her
Both,
even cuter. Both
And
both
they're both of
Larry,
these, both of these properties.
Stop. Stop.
What are
No.
oh shit.
I
Stop
totally,
roasting me.
I'm not roasting you. You know I love how you say water. That's why I say it like that all the time.
Water.
I would totally give it 10 tiny robots inside of 10 giant robots.
That's Vor.
That is more.
All right.
Watch it and read it, everyone.
Sunny, what's your thing?
I feel like this will get better later on, but just off of the first 18 chapters, I would be very limited in my recommendation. I mean, if someone likes, philosophy question of, is it okay to fuck a robot? That's probably gonna be looked into later on.
Question 1: have you played Nier Automata? If yes, read Chobits.
Yeah, that's a pretty good checklist to go off of.
That's a good checklist.
That's a good, nice.
That's a good
Yeah.
checklist to go off of. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Reverse it. If you've read Chobits, play Nier Automata.
Or just
Yes,
both.
yes.
And even though I say that, I'll give it 7 robots that should be protected by everybody out of 10.
Yes.
Because
Definitely
the
should be
first 18
protected.
chapters seem a little bit weak. It'll get stronger later on, even before taking other opinions into account. It's just something that takes time to kind of ramp up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those other 3 robots just fucking
They're
dies,
Terminators.
just Terminators. But yeah, I think about this manga, there's no arcs. It's just a whole collection. So you really do have to read the entire thing. You can't just read like the first arc of Boku no Hero and like, yeah, this is great. But like Chobits, you can't just read half and be like, yeah, I could judge this from this half. No, you have to read the whole thing.
I was kind of like looking for like a decent place to sort of stop reading it, and I never found it, and then accidentally read all 18 chapters in one sitting.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I was like, I'm at 18. I'm like, well, I kind of forgot the anime, so I might as well just keep going. And I literally finished it. I sped read it, I just kind of skimmed it real fast, but I got the gist of it, everything. And it literally only took me like 5 hours, 6 hours. No, not even less than that, right, Diggy? I did it all when you were there. It was like 4. Really short.
Yeah, it was really short. I should have made it longer.
It's literally
18
only
was
like
enough.
8 books. I think it's literally 8 books. Yeah, I think
I literally just reread the first 18 chapters during the pre-show.
it's good example, guys. See, it's really short. So if you guys have the time to maybe finish it, maybe we can do a shorter stream on an off day, just talking about the actual whole full thing. No, all spoilers. It's really good.
Full
says-
spoiler for the 17-year-old.
Because then we can start. Yeah,
Please
then,
don't spoil it.
Because then we can
Alright.
start talking about the actual stuff.
Can we do one of those for One Piece?
Please.
I got a lot to say.
Please.
Oh, I got a lot to
have
say
a
about
lot
One
to say
Piece.
about One Piece.
We can
Has-
have a
has
whole
everyone
stream
caught up with
dedicated
One
to.
Piece? You guys can just tell me about One Piece.
Well, I don't read
Damn
the
right I'm
manga.
caught up
I
on One
watch the
Piece.
anime.
All right, there's a bunch
But-
of dudes on a boat. It's great.
No, wait, no.
Watch it.
And yeah,
Start right now. Switch the title.
Nami's really fucking hot. Agreed. Or
Ah,
not?
She's going through
right.
spaghettification too
Nah.
with some meatballs.
No, no one.
No,
What? No.
Nami's proportions are all
no,
messed
right.
up.
What about Robin
No,
then?
no.
No,
Nami's
they
not
all look
messed
like-
up too.
Larry,
Robin,
right now
you
it's
want
Carrot.
Robin. You
No,
want
right
Robin.
now it's.
You
Right
want
now it's
Robin
Carrot.
and Boa Hancock. Oh
I'm not
no,
really
we're
into
not
Boa
furries.
Hancock though.
Okay.
We don't.
I've
We
started
don't
something
kink shame in
bad.
this house, but
Pause.
no furries.
Pause.
One
Chobits.
sec before we get too off
We
topic.
must read chat.
Mark
Read
says.
Mark's
Mark
Chobits.
says. Mark says, I think I'd have to give this an 8 out of 10. I don't really know enough plot to give it a higher score, but I did enjoy reading this. I like the characters in the manga, they felt like real people, and it made me think at times, which surprised me. I just feel like there wasn't enough stuff happening to give it a higher score. It was pretty much one big intro, but chapter 18 really sparked my interest into wanting to read more. The history of what Chobits seems pretty interesting. I would probably recommend this to someone. This was my first experience with Chobits, haven't read or watched anything before.
That was a great checklist,
And-
Echo. Yes.
Yes.
And Diggy, I think the chapter 18 stop point was actually perfect
Oh, okay.
I
Sweet.
think it was pretty good. I think it was good too. It was
Because-
like
because like 1 through 17 are, oh hey, here's Hideki with a robot and she's learning things, and then like chapter 18 is what, oh, there's more stuff going on.
ooh.
It's
so
so
literally
cute
chapter-
as fuck.
Would you believe me if I said that I actually didn't check? I just thought, yeah, 18. That's usually what mangas do, right? I just
Yeah,
said
I
18.
believe you.
Considering that's what we did
I'm really
for
good at my
Berserk.
job,
Yeah.
guys.
We were just like, how many pages are in a chapter of Berserk? Alright, how long does it take you to read a chapter? Alright, 34. And that just happened to be the end of Black Swordsman.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah,
like
no,
that
it was a
perfect
pretty
timing.
perfect stopping point for people who hadn't read it before, because I think chapter 18 definitely would be the pique the interest into wanting to continue spot.
This opening's
Yeah.
so fucking cute.
Have you guys
Let
ever seen? I
me
linked that
be
because
with you.
I linked the opening because wasn't sure if you guys ever seen the opening since you guys haven't read the manga.
I haven't. So
It's good.
I did watch 1 or 2 episodes of the anime, but it was like really bad rips on YouTube back in the day, where it was like 240p and each episode was divided into 3 parts. And part 2 was content claimed.
I remember
Yeah,
those days.
not
The
Chobits,
good
but Clamp
days.
is really like protected by that shit. Which is
Good
probably
days,
why
yeah.
when we put this episode on YouTube, I played "Let Me Be With You" like 3 times during this whole entire podcast. Most likely, it's gonna get claimed. Hopefully, it was on a low enough volume. Anyways, I think we're all good, huh? We all good?
The
Yeah.
average score was an 8.71.
That's
That's
actually
that's
really
passing.
high. That's
Yeah.
actually really high considering what we normally get from average scores.
Yeah, would you get like a C?
Like, because, well, I mean, my 0, like, dragged it into the ground, but Manga Sensei got consistent, like, 9s and 10s from everyone but me, and still got, like, a 6, or 6.5.
So this Friday, December 22nd, we're gonna be talking about Shingeki no Buhame, which is the anime for
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that. It's good shit. It's good
It's
shit.
just the first season, right?
Real good shit. You get to hear about me and Josuke from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure
yeah, it's
traipsing
really
around after a
amazing.
demon girl.
Just the first season, right? We're just
Yeah.
just the first.
Just first season.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
We took it
Genesis.
easy this week because not only did we not anticipate the second season being 24 episodes, but also because it's the holidays and we all know everyone's busy, so we just made it
All
kind of
I
short.
want for Christmas is. Why did we go quiet?
Well, I was waiting for you.
I wonder why.
All right.
Wow. Oh yeah, we have a Discord down below. Who's ready to do some commands for me? Which one of you mods are ready to do commands?
Exclamation mark Discord.
I would also
I'm
like
using
a
the
shout out
first
for each of the
thing.
people in here. If you guys want to find any of our members from the Otaku Anonymous right here on their Twitch, which all of them stream except for Sunny, I think.
Yep.
Are you gonna start
Yeah.
streaming, Sunny?
Oh,
Well,
but
just go ahead
something
and
to
give
stream.
a
I
shout
mean,
out. Shout out. Ikkyo.
A special shout out to Bofa.
no, Larry, no.
Let's not.
Check
Both
out
of these
Echo.
properties.
Hello,
Oh my god.
I am the bees that sometimes stream. I'll be streaming Monster Hunter this weekend. Please
I'm
yell
gonna
at
be
me to
watching
kill.
that.
Please
Oh
yell
my
at me
God.
and lend me your energy so I can kill this Diablos.
I will be streaming Monster Hunter with him.
You better
Alright.
be.
Wait, no, I can't stream
That'd be
Monster Hunter.
awesome. Oh.
I will be playing with you though.
Thanks, Batosai. Thanks for the follow up.
Wait,
You're the
why
man.
can't you stream it?
I don't have a capture card.
Oh.
And those are all the commands. And yeah, I think I got everybody. Guys, go ahead and give our lovely viewers, lovely participants here in the Otaku Anonymous, Echo, Silver, Larry, and you know what? Even Sunny. Oh, thank you, Rapid Sandwich, for the follow. Thank you for becoming a castronaut. We
Rapid
fight filthy
Sandwich?
kaijus on weekends, and the rest of the days we're unemployed.
A rapid sandwich? Is it
Not for much
spicy
longer.
or
I have
not?
an interview on Wednesday.
You
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
as Batosai said, you missed the second D in Echo Oddity.
Shit.
Did you write Echo Ditty?
Echo Oddity.
Son of a bitch.
You kinda did. You kinda did.
You spelled it wrong again.
It's been
Shout.
so long.
Everyone just shout at Echo.
Echo, echo, echo,
Echo,
echo,
echo.
There you go. Go ahead and give
Echo.
Echo a follow and tell him how weird it is
Echo.
that he says water.
Water.
Stop.
Water.
Thank you everyone so much for watching. Hope you guys will come
Water.
join us again for
Dane.
the 22nd.
Special shout out to Utada Hikaru,
Sugar.
Sama, which is just
Water.
Mark. A special shout
just
out for
Mark.
making all those plays in rank with me yesterday. We went 3 or 4 games in a row without losing. That's what I'm talking about.
Water, Devin.
Thank you everyone so much for watching.
Okay.
We hope to see you guys
Thank
next
You
time.
guys.
I love
Peace
you.
out, fam.
Do you want to sing a song for us, Larry?
No.
Let me play some Chobits.
No. No.
Wait. I
Oh,
got
thank
some.
you.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye, all
Yeah.
you. Bye, all
Bye.
you weebs.
Bye everyone. Go ahead, Larry. Sing us out.
Bye.
Dun 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 ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 ba
In
ba
this
ba.
tour